K-Rock 955.
Tom Sarah Maree. Sarah Maree, it is our absolute privilege to welcome to the studio the amazing Bebe Rexha. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Wow, so exciting to have you here. Thanks for coming down the highway.
I know it's been somewhat of a drive, but it's okay. We took a little nap,
Yeah.
played some games.
Yeah.
And
what games did you play on the way down?
like Tetris and stuff like that.
Great.
But we were looking for kangaroos and I didn't see any.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Do they ever just wander around or no?
Sometimes.
A bit,
Yeah.
but you've got to kind of go off the main highway. They
Oh,
generally,
okay.
it's not great if they get on the highway. It gets a bit messy. So
I'm sure.
Did you
That's
see the
right.
mountain in the distance just before you hit the town?
No, because I was too busy playing my game.
that's fine.
Because if you go around the Yangs, then you can see some nice wildlife around there. That's where I
I'll
try and do my workouts.
Really?
Yeah.
When I leave, I'll make sure to look at it from leaving because then the sun will be setting.
Oh, yeah. As you're on the way out, it'll be on
Yeah.
the left. It's
Beautiful.
amazing.
Stunning,
Beautiful.
yeah.
So, baby, you've been getting around the country a little bit before you got to Geelong. You've been to Sydney, I believe, and also the Gold
Yes.
Coast.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's going well.
Yes, I love it. This is my first time in Australia, and one thing I've definitely found out is that people are a lot nicer.
Oh, cool. Yes.
Yeah, so nice. And the coffee's actually incredible.
Oh, what's your order, your coffee order?
When I come here, the coffee is just so good. I just say flat white,
Oh,
Flat white,
really?
Okay.
like a strong flat white. I
No
love it.
soy, nothing.
No. I like plain milk.
You could go
All fat.
really fancy and ask for a ristretto flat white.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Give it a go.
No,
I
she's,
will.
she's
Much
lost
nicer.
me. I don't know what that is. I get a
It's a
skinny
bit sweeter.
cappuccino.
I used to have a really crazy Starbucks order back in the day, but now it's changed.
What was it?
You sure you want to hear it?
Yeah.
It was 2 shots of espresso. Wait, no, 1 pump of white mocha at the bottom of the cup in a grande cup. 2 shots of espresso over ice. Add whole milk, then add caramel syrup sauce on top of the ice. Do not stir. And then there was one other thing. I forgot what the other thing was, but it was some crazy order.
That sounds delicious.
Just by the time
So
you
it's like
finish,
it's got to be perfect. Like
But-
it's got to be like the layers.
by the time you finish that, the guy that's working at Starbucks has finished his college degree and
Yeah.
he's moved on.
So it's a grande. It's a grande. 1 pump of white mocha at the bottom, 2 shots of espresso over ice, and caramel syrup drizzled on top, not stirred.
Okay,
With
well,
whole
we will
milk.
try that. We will try that and we will get back to you.
It's really good.
So with the delicious coffee that we have here then, is that what we need to lure you back out so that you can come and do an
Yes.
even
The
bigger
coffee's
tour?
the coffee is incredible here. Yeah, for sure.
I did want to ask, so do you have plans for a big tour?
Yeah, I've actually been talking to my management right now, and there's some cool offers coming in and stuff like that. So it seems like some of the Aussies like me. So it sounds like it's all.
Some.
So it's
A lot.
you know they gotta like you and they gotta want to come and buy your tickets and watch your show. You know what I mean? And that's something you can't fake is like people buying your tickets. So it seems like there is somewhat of a like cool vibe happening. So I think I'll definitely be back. Yeah.
We've had a huge response to the live session that we're doing with you this evening, and so many people wanted to come. We could have done 10 of them, I reckon, and filled it out
Aw.
easily.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have easily have done a show
Yeah.
in Geelong, just Geelong, all by itself.
Aw.
We could not get enough of your fans in
Aw.
here. We had people screaming and crying on the phone when we'd call them back to let them know that they were coming.
And we had
Aw.
people hitting us up when we were leaving the building to go home of a day. Hey, can you get us in? Hey, can you get us in?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is not fun.
No, it's a bit scary, but that's fine.
My fans get a little crazy sometimes, but I love them no matter what.
But that's cool. So do you find that you incite that passion from people around the world when you do?
Absolutely.
That's great.
I love it. You know, sometimes it gets a little creepy. Like if they find out what hotel I'm staying at, and then find the room that I'm staying at, and then we'll like put things under my door.
Oh, whoa.
Just because you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh no, after
If they
waking
put
up.
something under your door, then do you give that to somebody else to open first before you do?
Sometimes I'll have my security guard with me if I go to like bigger places or like countries where I don't know the language, and they'll speak the language there, and they'll open it. But one time I opened up a letter and it was 20 pages.
Oh.
And
Wow, a
it,
thesis.
yeah, it was 20 pages, and the first line was, BB, it's 11:59 on August 29th, and my birthday's on August 30th. So he was waiting for starting the letter a minute away from my birthday.
Oh, God.
And he was talking about how much he loved me, and he was waiting outside the hotel for me, and
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's
What do you
nice
want
to
to
be
do?
wanted,
Grab a
you know?
mocha on ice with,
I
with
got-
caramel syrup? Not going to happen, buddy.
I got really scared.
Yeah.
That scared me big time. But
Yeah.
it's all good. I love them
wow.
anyway.
What about good fan stories?
Oh my God, so many good fan stories. I mean, they draw me the best drawings. They get tattoos. They buy me they bought me tons of Tim Tams. I think I've gained so much weight out here in Australia. I've gone through maybe like 3-4 boxes. I am literally obsessed. I never knew about them.
Have
It's
you-
like,
oh my God, have you tried the Tim Tam Slam?
is that the
Where you buy each
you buy
end
both
and then
ends?
Oh
yeah.
yes, I have, honey.
Yes,
And
good.
it was in because my manager was like, you have to try it this way, and I was like, whatever. And then I did it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best. I just feel like there's some type of I have a theory that they're so good that the cookie companies in the U.S. for some, like, they're in the U.S. but they're not really big, and that is very weird to me because there's nothing better than like a graham cracker type of crust with like chocolate on it, like double cookie.
Yeah.
I have a theory that like some of the big companies out there are trying to like stop, like they somehow like block the Tim Tam from becoming really big in the U.S. because it's too good.
Like
Yeah.
they bought the
It
copyright.
makes
and
I am a foodie. Like, it makes no sense. It is too good.
It's weird that they're not there. Whenever I go and visit friends and family in America and Canada, I've got to put so many packets of Tim Tams in my bag.
Just
so
the plain chocolate ones. Yeah,
we can send
delicious.
them over. It's okay.
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
taking
do that.
some over with me.
We can send an Aussie care package to you. But let's talk about the album now
Yeah.
because it's nice to talk about mochas and Tim Tams, but your
Yeah.
music is absolutely insane.
Thank
With
you.
the collaboration with Florida Georgia Line,
Yeah.
what is that like, getting so much more exposure in a scene such as the country music
Yeah.
scene, which is a power onto itself in America? It's not something that we really experience here in
Yeah.
Australia.
It's crazy because in the U.S., country music is such a force to be reckoned with, and usually artists that go into pop music start, in the country world. You'll have like the Taylor Swift who's really big in the country world and then crosses over to pop. It's never really, I mean, I'm sure it's happened in the past, but never in a sense where like a pop artist came in and then it went simultaneously on both country and pop. And I think that's really interesting, the fact that music is starting to become like genreless, and there's so much blending.
crossover.
And,
Yeah.
and there's so much, people being open to that. And that's really cool. And I think in this song, it was so crazy because I didn't know what to expect when I was writing with them. I was really nervous because I had written a lot of other stuff. I love like electronic music and pop rock and dance and urban music, but I've never gotten into country. And I think when I wrote with them, they just did what they did best, and I did what I did best, and we just wrote an honest song.
Can we expect maybe some sort of German slap dance collaboration next? Is that the next kind of market you might segue into?
Honestly, I just never know. I just like to do whatever I like. I don't like to be held by like boundaries. I just do like whatever feels right, and I'm always like, anything that ever feels weird to me, I just probably push myself to do it, because most likely the session that the writing person I want to write with, the person that I that somebody sets me up to write with that I don't want to write with, is usually where the magic happens.
Okay. I did want to ask you, is there anybody, if you could collab with anyone, who would it be?
Kanye West.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Really?
I would
Yeah,
listen
I
to
would
that.
be a little scared to work with him in the studio because I don't know what would happen. But like, I think that I really appreciate the fact that he's been able to take risks. Aside from all the all the stuff that happens in his life, I don't judge him on that aspect. I judge him on his music, and I feel like he has taken a lot of great risks.
Yeah, I feel like if the two of you were to go in a studio, it would
Or
just be
I'd
the
love-
most creative, juice-flowing thing.
Or I'd love to collaborate with Destiny Child if they ever come back.
That'd be so good.
I'd love to
That'd be
write on that
amazing.
album. That'd be so amazing.
All right, well, baby, the album is Expectations. We love it. I'm a Mess is the latest single,
Yes.
and we're going to
The
get you
video
to
drops.
do. Yes.
Well, I'm here
awesome.
in Australia. I'm excited.
Oh, very cool. We'll have to check that out. Thank you so much, Bebe Rexha.
Thank you.